Hello guys, how are you doing? It's your homeboy Gio. You guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing fine. Myself, I'm perfectly fine. I want us to talk a little bit about friendship in the Philippines. Why 13 years after living in the Philippines, I still don't have a friend? What's the problem? Is it me? Is it the people around me? Is it the country? What's the problem? Quickly, if you read about the Philippines, one of the first things that they're going to say is that they are very warm, they know how to welcome foreigners, they are very approachable, which is true. I think we cannot really elaborate too much on that. And just to show you an evidence, I have here a survey that was run by internation.org. It's an organization who's really focusing on the life of foreigner abroad, or life of expat abroad. What are the best conditions for somebody to live abroad? What they are looking for? What are the things that are required in order for them to enjoy a certain country? And they run a ranking of country east to settle in. And among the country east to settle in, the Philippines was ranked on the top 4. There were 4 criteria that was in that survey. No, there were 3 criteria that was in that survey. The first criteria was the culture. Is the culture is easily to be, to be integrated by foreigner. The second thing was the local friendliness. Is the people there, And the last criteria was finding friends. Is it easy to find friends in that country? And in all these 3 aspects, the Philippines was at least on the top 4. The best ranking was top 2 when it comes to finding friends. They have been ranked among the top 2 countries in the world. No, well, not in the world, but the survey had 54 countries, and Philippines was the second country. If you want to know the first country was Mexico, the third country was Panama, the fourth was Indonesia, and then the fifth was Costa Rica. So with all these elements, why myself here in the Philippines, I still consider that I don't have a friend in the Philippines? Well, I think for me it's just because of the definition of a friendship. When you go to Google, to ChatGPT, actually I went to ChatGPT and I asked them, what is a friend? They told me a friend is somebody who can, actually I think it's probably the same definition that you have for a friend. A friend is somebody who can be there for you if you're struggling, a friend who can sacrifice something for you, who is able to assist you, who's able to support you, somebody that you can trust, somebody is there in the good and bad time. A lot of responsibility to be a friend of someone. Now, I'm giving you a story. A couple years ago, when I was arriving in the Philippines for the first time, I met someone in the airport, actually a student like me. We were supposed to fly together, but that was the first time that we met at the airport. But somebody already introduced us, but we never see each other physically. And then you just met at the airport because you were coming in the Philippines together, studying the same university, and you have basketball in common. Once you arrive in Bangkok, where you were supposed to transit for Manila, he was stopped and denied the boarding to the plane. When you try to understand why are you denying the entry, they say, okay, your passport is valid for less than, the validity of your passport is less than 6 months. So you cannot enter the plane. Which is totally normal, because most of the airport, they will say your passport should be valid at least for 6 months. But the problem is, all my document was okay, but I spent more than 1 hour with him concerned about his situation. I didn't really know what to do, but I just feel like leave him there was not the right thing to do, and I just stayed there with him. At the point that I totally forget that I was supposed to take the flight that was just about to leave in a few minutes. And when I realized that the boarding gate was already closed, so I almost end up finding myself in the same situation with like him, where I had to go back to Cameroon. Luckily, somebody from the airport, I think an official from that airline, just passed by and seems to see me a bit concerned and disoriented. He asked me, is there a problem and stuff like that. I told him, yes, I'm supposed to take the flight that is just moving in maybe 15 to 20 minutes, but the boarding gate is already closed. I don't know what to do. And he called the steward there, and then they tried to talk a little bit there among them. They really opened the gate specially for me. I was able to enter the plane. When I arrived inside the plane, I feel like, wow, everybody was waiting for me. I feel like a bit special, but it was also awkward because it seems like I was the only one very late. But the reason behind that was because I was too concerned about the situation of somebody that I met in the airport for the first time, but we just have one common interest, which was basketball, and probably come to the Philippines. Now, the definition of Google is that if you care about somebody, of ChatGPT, if you care about somebody, you are able to sacrifice blah 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 blah, that's probably your friend. Should that guy consider me as his friend? If you ask him, should that guy consider me as his friend? Maybe he will say in his mind, yes, that's my friend, because You know, at the airport, he almost missed his flight. He waited for me. He tried to assist me and stuff like that. But for me, if he did that for me, I will say no, I don't consider him as my friend. Because my reaction was purely a human reaction, more than a friend reaction. It was just a human reaction. It could have happened to another person that I never meet, and I will still feel concerned by, you know, behaving as the way I behave, because I think it's just a human nature. It's just a part of me. It's not really something that has been special because I knew him for so long, or we share a lot in common. We spent less than 15 hours together, so for me it wasn't enough to even say this is my friend. But I demonstrated probably some act of friendship on his eyes. Now, when it's come to the Philippines, that's the same reason why for me I say I have zero friend. Because usually when you decide to say this person is my friend, his vision of a friendship might not be the same vision that you have of a friend. Me, I'm that kind of person that honestly, I'm not going to say that I'm an introvert. No, I'm not an introvert person. It's just that I like to have my own space. You know, I like to have my own space. I like to do my thing. I like to be in my corner. But it doesn't mean that I don't care about you or I don't want to mingle. It's just that I really enjoy being on my own space, right? But when it's come to party and have fun, I can really be, you know, explosive. The problem is, whenever somebody considers you already as his friend, and maybe he was expecting you to be in his house because there is this event, and you were not able to be there, he will have his own description of a friendship, which is, I did this one, you didn't show up, so you are not really my friend. Somebody will want to go drink a beer, and then you're not up to drink that beer that day. He will think that, okay, because I invite you to drink beer, you never come and join me drinking beer, then you are not my friend. There are a lot of things that people have put on their mind when they're describing a friend that just make me feel like I will probably have zero friends because I'm not willing to go through all the checklists that you have put and check all that. You can be in your house, you're usually inviting people in your house to spend time with you, but for me, I don't really enjoy inviting people to my place. Not that I don't enjoy inviting, but I'm more like, okay, I want to have my own time, calm, and then if you meet to a basketball court, let's play basketball. After that, everybody go home, spend time with the family, you know. If another day we have maybe a football game that you're going to watch, let's go watch that. After that, everybody go to his place and then chill at home individually. It's not being introvert. It's not being introvert. It's just that I know when to party a lot, when to be really explosive, and there also sometimes that I need my own time. Not everybody see it like that. And at the moment that not everybody sees like that, you cannot really say that you are their friends, because the moment that you are their friends, they are expecting you to give them what they are giving to you. That's why I took the example on the airport. If I did that for that guy in the airport, he will feel like that's a really sign of a friendship and feel like he also owed that to me. While for me, that's just purely like a human emotion, you know, human empathy. I just want to share my extend help to you because I see that you're in a difficult situation. But aside of that, probably for me, I will define a friend, because when I was looking on the internet, there is two definitions of friend, which is very interesting. ChatGPT give me the definition of friend that most of you knows or most of you like. Somebody is there for you, assisting, supporting you, good and bad time, you can trust and blah blah blah. But I also look on Google, and Google said a friend is somebody that you know. That's the first thing. And the second thing is you share a mutual bond of interest. So for me, that's a perfect definition of friend. And these are the type of friend that we don't see often nowadays. Somebody that I know can simply be my colleague. I know my colleague, right? I don't know him because I know where he's living, but I know him because it's my colleague. I can identify him as my colleague, so I know him as my colleague. We are sharing mutual bond of interest. Maybe he's rooting for, I don't know, Barangay Ginebra. I'm rooting for the same team, and then we decide to go watch a game. It's enough to be friends. It's enough to be friends. And if you take only these two criteria, you will see that your friendship will never fail. You will really barely be disappointed about your friend, because what you're putting in a friendship do not depend on somebody's action or somebody's reaction toward you. is simply based on one or two factors that whether he's doing it or he doesn't do that, he has no consequence on your daily life. If you're expecting me to come to your birthday and bring a present gift and I don't bring a present gift, you're already affected. If you're expecting that because it's your, I don't know, son's or wife's birthday, I'm supposed to take care of this and take care of that. If I don't take care of this, maybe your party will fail. You're already relying on me in order for you to succeed. You rely on me in order for you to have something happening in your life. And that's a friendship that I say, nowadays, most of people have that type of friendship where they are putting a lot of expectation toward people. And the worst thing is that they don't even make sure that the person in front of them is willing to go through all these checklists that they have put as what is supposed to be a friend. For me, really, whoever I see and that I know is one thing that has been checked to be a friend. And the second thing, do we share a mutual bond of interest? That is second thing to be my friend. If you enjoy watching basketball, I'm enjoying watching basketball too. I know you because maybe you are the son of my, I don't know, sister. Or no, I'm not the son of my sister. Maybe I know you because you are the friend of my colleague. Or maybe because I saw you maybe in one office and then we exchange name. It's enough. In that sense, whatever you're going to do together, nobody will ever get upset. Our friendship will last very long because our friendship is not based on accountability towards somebody. No, not at all. Or expectation towards somebody. I know your name, you know my name. You love football, I love football, that's it. The day you stop loving football, nothing hurts me. The day you change your name, nothing hurts me. But if you expect me to visit you and I didn't visit you, you're gonna get upset. If you're expecting me to stay at the airport with you the whole day and I refuse to stay, you get upset. Because you're relying on me or your friendship depends on my action toward you. So that's why I was saying that in the Philippines I have zero friends, because I think most of people sometimes that's what they're looking. Not that they are looking like, it's not a friendship like monetary, like interest, I want you to do this for me. No, but it's just that there are a lot of expectation. And honestly, if you're watching this channel for very long, you know that I'm a stoicist Cartesian. So I don't really like my life depending on people's action. I don't really like my life depending on people's decision towards me. As much as possible, I want to be in control of everything. I want to make sure that whatever action is taken out of myself do not impact me. The only decision that should impact me is the decision that I take by myself, within myself. So I hope you understand now why I say that 13 years after I have a zero friend. So let me know what you're thinking about it. Let you know what you're thinking about my reflection. I don't know if you guys how you're defining a friendship or friends. If you have tons of friends in the Philippines here, please let me know. That's why in the Philippines, my colleague can testify. A lot of my colleagues are watching this video. I never went to any of my colleagues' house. Not that I don't want, but it just probably if you are just like that in the mass, you're just moving. Yes, it can happen. But for me, I mean, it's not a condition of a friendship. Do not put that in the condition. I never really went out with my colleague and start drinking, which they do probably with their friend. Which people are we going to put on the friendship? I never really have done that. I never really visit my colleague's house like every 2 weeks or because they are my friend. I really never done it. But it doesn't mean that I'm not concerned by them. I'm concerned by them because they are human. I'm a human. But if you put it under the friendship side, then probably you're going to be disappointed. That's what I wanted to share with you. Let me know you guys what you're thinking about this conception of a friendship. I want to know also what you guys put under friendship. Do you have a lot of friends here in the Philippines? What are the conditions, the relation that you have with those friends? And is that friendship that you guys have at risk? When I say at risk here, is that if there are some conditions to be friends, there are some requirements to fulfill, which depends of your friend, the person in front of you, then probably this is a friendship that you can say friendship at risk. Keep liking, keep watching, more importantly, keep subscribing. Be Bala.